So if you've played Arc Raiders, it's pretty obvious that the game uses a lot of AI. It uses AI for its adaptive enemy AI, which learns from player behavior, and for generating voice lines using text-to-speech. The Arcs uses machine learning to adapt its tactics and behavior, making the game more challenging over time, while the AI voice technology allows for dynamic and context-specific voice lines, such as those used in the ping system. The developers at Embark Studios have clarified that they use a combination of recorded audio and AI text-to-speech. They said it's a tool to enhance the world, not replace human actors, which, by the way, a lot of people are claiming. The AI in the game is actually scaring people, and there's a lot of memes around it, with some people saying we're basically training the robots that are going to take over the world, basically, making this game a reality. So I guess in 100 years, we're going to look back on Arc Raiders and be like, damn, this game was predicting the future. Extraction shooter IRL. But the game just featuring AI, and due to it being smart, adaptive, and realistic behaviors, such as repositioning to counter tactics and learning how to navigate obstacles, it makes every new encounter feel tense and unpredictable, which is absolutely freaking some players out. I don't think any other video game has done this, but it's just another sign that AI in gaming is eventually just going to be a normal thing. Why code and script these encounters with the enemies you're facing off against in the game when you could just use AI to make every new encounter different? It keeps the players engaged, and as the devs over at Embark have been saying, animation is a big bottleneck in the gaming industry. Designing and scripting manually to achieve seemingly realistic interactions with the world is extremely hard to achieve without expanding your team. That's why in the last 2 years before releasing the game, they've trained the arcs in the game to become more immersive and have that unpredictable gameplay, making the game feel more alive with no more pre-made animations, stuttering transitions between poses, or weird ragdolls. Their AI agent observes its body and the world around it and decides how to move the legs over the next few frames. Or in his words, machine-taught AI agents get rewards for doing the right things, like a virtual dog treat. Now I know this is freaking a lot of people out. The growth of AI itself is just terrifying people, and now it's getting into gaming, which could spark some controversy, but this is the start to something big. I feel like these randomly generated encounters is what PvE games really needed, because we all know everybody's scared of this giant, the Queen. Imagine if it didn't use their technology that Embark implemented. The encounters would have been too generic and become boring fast. Like if you play a game long enough, similar PvE games like Destiny, Valheim, Sea of Thieves, the list goes on, I could shoot a big thing like this and you already know what it's gonna do, because the encounters are basically scripted, so you can get away from it even if you test it. But in Arc Raiders, because of this AI implementation, it's gonna get to you and it's gonna approach you differently every time. That just makes the game way more terrifying. And a lot of people are actually complimenting the devs, calling this impressive, because like I said, I don't think any other game has done this. But still, us training this system, just playing the game, transforming animation with machine learning, we're basically teaching physically based AI agents to walk on their own instead of animating movement. We're still playing a role as the player in training AI, the same way you would with ChatGPT or other programs. And that's why people are just joking around in the community that we're essentially causing the end of the world by playing this game, because that's people always say robots are going to take over the world, and soon we're going to have robots walking among us. There's a lot of people theorizing the game is training the AI robots in-game to be used IRL for real-world applications, possibly even military use. The game's even been getting a lot of hate for using AI because the game has AI voice lines, but they still paid their voice actors really well, the people who volunteered for their voices to be used in the game. And the way Embark is approaching AI, they're not trying to replace their devs with AI, they're using AI as a tool, which other studios should be doing. And it's being trained through simulation, not live gameplay. Yes, they're using our player data, but this is all just a conspiracy theory within the community, because machine learning is being used to create the AI's complex movements and behaviors. People just think there's some malicious act behind it, and we're all just joking about it because that's the entirety of the theme of the game, robots taking over the world basically. Either way, I support it. This tool is what's going to be speeding up development, and Embark for not firing their devs like other companies have been doing. I'm talking to you, Crafton, planning to become an AI first company, automating workflows, AI driven HR and management systems, in-game AI. I just hate what they're doing to Subnautica too, man. But let's leave that for another video. Anyway, just wanted to talk about this because I found it funny how people are saying we're essentially playing a role to our doom. But who the hell cares? It's fun. I don't know, just wanted to share this theory, what's going on in the community. I found it funny. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.